So it's the new year. What do you need to do to successfully separate from your spouse or partner and get a fresh start in the new year? The first thing when in successful separating would be to actually separate. To be legally separated for purposes of getting a divorce in North Carolina, you would have to be living separate and apart with the intent to remain separate and apart for 365 consecutive days. After 1 year of living separate and apart and remaining separate and apart with the intent to stay separate and apart, you can file for divorce in North Carolina. Another important consideration when separating in North Carolina is the financial considerations. You really need a budget of what it's going to cost you to live where you're living now if the other party is leaving, what it will cost you to live where you're going if you're leaving. Budgeting is key. It costs at least 40% more to live apart than it does together, and most people as a combined income are living check to check or close to it in North Carolina. And that can be an issue when you start having to pay 2 rents, 2 water bills, 2 power bills, and stuff like that. The other important part of separating so you can get a fresh start in the new year is making sure you have a place to go. We have a housing shortage here in the Triangle of North Carolina and Johnson and Harnett County, particularly a shortage of rental properties. And so while you want to leave, you're going to want to start looking for that place to find that it is available. Make sure you qualify on credit, can make the down payment, first payment rent, buy renter's insurance, all things that you may not have considered. But it is not as just easy as I want to leave and you can find a place to live tomorrow in this area right now with this tight housing market that we have. So separating in North Carolina, you have to live separate and apart with the intent to remain separate and apart. You absolutely need a budget, whether you're staying or going, as to how you're going to pay your bills. And you need a place to go, and you need to find that place to go well before you're ready to go because of the housing shortage.